Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today I'm going to do another special video. As you guys know, and I mentioned this before, I got a friend of mine that was in the music industry, and his son just recently got a record contract. So he contacted me and said, I want you to write and produce some of the stuff on the new album because I want that old school organic feel. Not none of this sampling and chopping up beat stuff. But I'm not knocking the people that do that. But, you know, we're going to go old school, real musicians playing real instruments. So I'm in the process of putting together my own personalized recording studio. So as you guys know that I have sold some of my guitars because of the lack of space. You know, so I had to part with some things that I would normally part with, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do. So as I was assessing my situation, I just purchased a Akai MP60 drum machine, and you know that's kind of the standard in R&B, and you know most R&B tunes got to have a heavy slamming drum track. So I had several other drum machines, but you know once I was able to get one of those, I was like, what I'm going to do is just sample some of these drum sounds from there onto my Akai, so I don't need these. So I'm going to be parting with some things, and you know, first come, first serve, and I'm giving good deals as always. And the first thing on the block is, and I thought I was done with selling my guitars, but again, got to make room for the new things. So, as you know, the guitars that I had were great sounding guitars because you've seen them in my covers. And the fact that you know, waiting so long to sell the rest of them is an indication that these are really my favorite guitars. And there was nothing wrong with the other guitars, but you know, these were my favorites, and I really wouldn't part with them under normal circumstances. But again, I got to make room for the new stuff because I'm, again, personalizing my recording setup because I know what I like, I know what I don't like. I'm not going to be a slave to be forced to use new technology because it's out there and, you know, it's new, you know, because I've had some issues with some of the new stuff because some of the new stuff is lacking some of the old stuff, you know. So I'm like, let me go back to what I do best because I'm not one of those guys that want to sit behind a computer and move a mouse and move music. I want to play and record it down to either analog or a good digital recorder. You know, so again, it's taking a little longer to, you know, customize my setup the way I like it and want it. But I'm 95% there. You know, I just got one other piece to the puzzle, and then I'm open for business. So the first thing that I'm going to be parting with, and again, these are not items that I really want to, but be parting with my Dalmatian. And as you know, I love playing this thing. And what I like about this particular guitar is the tonality. You know, they make really good guitars, and they're just some guitars they're hard to replicate, you know, to get a certain sound. But this one has a really, you know, a really nice, thick, jazzy sound. But if you want that bright telly thing or that bright Strat thing, you can get that too. So, you know, it's not something that I want to part with, but just don't have the space. And my loss is you guys gain, and I'm letting this one go for an unbelievable price of $120 plus $30 shipping and handling, so that's a total of $150. I normally sell my guitars for $150 plus $35 shipping and handling, but again, I'm passing on a good deal to anybody that's serious about playing a good sounding guitar because you've already heard it on my covers. So again, the first 125 takes it plus shipping and handling of 125, which makes it 150 bucks. You can send it through my PayPal, and then it'll be boxed up and be shipped out the very next day. And I'll send you an email when I take it to the post office and provide tracking so you know when it's getting there. So that's the one thing. Another thing is this. I just recently purchased this, and I actually paid about 175 bucks. It's the Alesis SR18 drum machine. And this thing got some serious drum sounds. I think it got like over 500 some drum sounds. And on the back, it gives you a list, so you never run out of the stuff you want. Because again, I'm buying the Akai MP60, so I can always sample these sounds into my new drum machine. So, like I said, you know, my gain is your loss. My loss is your gain. And again, letting this one go for, because like I said, I paid about about 150 bucks off Guitar Center. It's in mint condition, no scratches or dents. Still got the plastic on the top. So I'll let this go for $65 plus $20 shipping. So that's a heck of a deal. You know, it's MIDI, you got your outs. So $65 will take this drum machine. This drum machine, you can go on Guitar Center right now or eBay, and it's listed for about $150. I even seen it for $249. So Actually, I said 65, so I'm going to stick to 65. Next drum machine. This one's actually pretty cool. It's real small, and this thing packs a serious punch. Got it off of Guitar Center. Still got the stick on the back. I paid about 50 bucks for it. Let you guys have it for 40. This drum machine has about a couple hundred drum sounds too. Very easy to program. You get those real nice quantized hi-hat beats that you hear on the rap tunes that is hard to get on any older drum machines. I'll throw in the power supply because this one doesn't have one, because I got two machines that I use the power supply back and forth. So this is the Zoom RT123. Then I'm going to let this one go, and everybody likes this. You know, they don't make these no more. This is probably the first drum machine to address the hip-hop sound and catering to hip-hop music, with the exception of Cayenne P60 drum machines. Because the majority of most drum machines, they kind of, real generic drum sounds for rock, and rock guys don't use drum machines. Duh. So finally, Zoom hooked up with, Beat Kings, and they made a drum machine that caters to the people that they're trying to sell their product to. Very smart. This drum machine has like 300-400 sounds in it. Got some nice sample stuff as far as guitar. It has bass in there. You can program your own bass lines. It also runs off a battery. So I'll send you guys batteries for this one, because I'm going to use the power supply for the other one, which we actually can use between each one of them. Sell it with that, give it with that one, because it doesn't have a battery pack. So this one will go for 60 bucks too. Got it off, I got this actually off of Guitar Center too, for about 75 bucks. So 65 bucks, and this one will go for 65 bucks. Then last but not least, a sound module. It's the Alesis SR Quad synthesizer, and this thing got some really nice sounds. Like I said, I got several sound modules, and I just don't have enough space to put this one in. It's not that I don't like it. It's just that actually I do like it. It's just that, again, I just don't have any room for all this stuff. So this will go for 75 bucks. I paid like $175 off Guitar Center. It comes with the power supply, very easy to use. What I love about it is a very big screen for people whose eyes are failing and they're not 20 anymore. So it's a big, nice display. Sound module has at least, I think, about 300 sounds in it. Got drum sounds, piano sounds, horn sounds. Anything you think of is in here as far as sound-wise. And Alesis have always been a good company that have made quality stuff. I love their drum machines from back in the day. I still even have my Alesis HR16, or should I say I rebought one, because it's a vintage piece and it's very user-friendly as far as writing drum programs. So this, again, 75 bucks. You know what, actually, 65 bucks plus $25 shipping. That's a heck of a deal, because if you go on eBay right now, you can't find one of these under $180. So you're getting a heck of a deal with this if you jump on it. And let me just say this. Normally when I do these types of videos, about 99.9% of the time, the guitars go the first day. So if you eyeing the Dalmatian, when you see this video, you need to contact me and submit payment, and I'll get it out the very next day. Because I got some people that will contact me several months later. You still got that guitar? Long gone. All of them. They don't stay too long, because most of my subscribers realize that these are some really good guitars, and they're getting a heck of a deal, on the price, because they make really good guitars, and as you can tell again from our covers, you hear the guitars, you see them, they sound great. So I'm going to sign off. So if anybody is inquiring or want any of these pieces of gear, because again, I just got to make room for the other stuff, contact me immediately, and I'll get these out the very next day. So until then, take care. Thanks for watching.